Bear with me 1 second here. Okay, 30 days, 1 month. That's exactly how long our brave men and women have been in the thick of the fire in the U.S. Israel conflict with Iran. And as if this wasn't a Monday morning, the stakes have just hit a whole new level. We've got over 300 service members wounded. The U.S. Tripoli has hit the region with thousands of Marines ready to go. And while the Middle East, hold on 1 second here. Okay, it said, oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. The swamp in the DC is still playing games with our safety, but not tonight. Tonight, we are cutting through the noise. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative, and this is the Conservative Viewpoints Weekend Wrap Up. I want to give a massive shout out to the best audience in the world. Thank you all for the get well wishes. I'm feeling a little bit better now. Still fighting off this lingering cough and stuff. But I'm here. I'm upright. That's saying something, right? And I'm ready to roll though, because we have a long week ahead of us, and the news doesn't wait for a sore throat. While the Democrats were busy trying to hold our national security hostage by refusing to fund the DHS, President Trump just bypassed that nonsense. He signed an executive order on Friday making sure that our TSA agents are paid. That ones that have been working, without a paycheck for the past 30 days. He's taking care of the front lines while the left is trying to prioritize open borders over American workers. We'll talk about how this move just flipped the script on the shutdown. And speaking of the left, let's talk about the accountability. Florida Democrat Sheila McCormick, that's the one I told you about, that they were holding, that was stealing all that money and stuff. Yeah. Just sat through a rare marathon House ethics trial over the weekend where they found clear and convincing evidence of 25 ethic violations. We're talking money laundering, fraud, alleged stealing of $5 million from FEMA disaster funds to buy a diamond ring and bankroll her campaign. She's looking up to 53 years in prison, and they're calling for her expulsion or deafening. But that should have been automatic. It is Monday, March 30th, 2026. The world is on the edge. The corruption is being exposed, and we are just getting started. Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoints Weekend Wrap-Up. The show begins now. Guys, hello, how is everyone today? I'm back, and you guys got to bear with me here because I'm just installing new equipment, and I'm not used to it yet. I still got to make some changes up, so bear with me as I'm looking around to see what's going on here. I've got two huge now monitors. I've got a 55-inch over here. I've got a 45-inch or 43-inch over here, and I got one of my little ones over here. I'm trying to cut down on monitors, make them a little bit bigger too, because when the new studio is done, I'm going to have a little bit of different setup look that you're going to see. So it's coming steps at a time. So bear with me when I'm trying to work with this and try to get things straight, because I found I couldn't run on two monitors because the computer wouldn't do it. I couldn't play my videos or anything. So I had to hook up a third monitor, which I was trying to do away with 5. So now tomorrow I'm going to try to do away with another computer, get rid of my laptop and do 3 monitors all at once. We'll see what happens. But guys, let's give some shout outs right now. We got Rumble somewhere over here. I think it's going. I'm not sure here. Let me go over here. Oh, let me take this off and get this going. And we got Rumble over here. It's a mess over here, but we got where we got Getter here. We got Wipkin here. We got X on there. We also got Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and everybody kicking everybody. I tell you what, it's crazy, right? So we're going to give a shout out right now to, I don't need this one because my news is over here now. Tomorrow it won't be. It'll be over here. But we're going to get a kick right off the bat. We're going to get Getter and the Getter gang over here. Let's see who's over here. We got Radical Right Sean Justice starting us off over there. Go, what's up, guys? Shell, what's happening? Shell, hi, Shell. One Dover's in there. Conrad, what's going on, Conrad? Guys, welcome. Joe Public in the house somewhere in there. I just see Joe Public right there. He is. Welcome, guys. Now let's shoot over here to Wimpkin Warriors. Let's see who's starting us off. We got John M right there, and the fix. The fix is in right there, baby. Mr. Fixer himself, right there he is. Yes, sir. Calling from Scotland. Madeline. Hi, Madeline. I am feeling better today, Madeline. Thank you. John M's there. Pat. Pat's here. There is Pat. Oh, yes. And the lovely Mary Ann. She's over there. Charles. What's happening, Charles? Rock. The Rock Justice right there. And Mark from the UK right there he is. What happening, Mark? Guys, let's go down through there. We got a lot going on tonight. I say it every day, right? I'm not lying to you this time. I never lie. It doesn't pay to lie. But hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. Got something to give shout out right here. Before we get started with the news tonight, I want you to listen to something I had to put out. And I had to write this out because I couldn't remember everything I wanted to say. So let's see what I'm going to say here. Friends, patriots, and fellow citizens, we stand at a crossroad of the nation's history. For nearly a decade, we have witnessed the unthinkable that our founding fathers would never accept. Since the moment Donald J. Trump descended down those golden escalators in 2016, a singular, relentless obsession has gripped the halls of power and the left in Washington, D.C. It's called the Trump derangement syndrome. While American people have looked for leadership, for economic stability, and for a secure border, the radical left and the Democrats' establishment have chosen a different path. They have chosen the path of perpetual persecution. Now, we'll start off with the Russian collusion narrative, a shadow that hung over this country for years. We were told that there were bombshells coming every week. Yet after millions of dollars in taxpayer money were spent, years of investigation concluded that the truth actually came out. It was a hollow lie. From the discredited Steele dossier to the endless media cycles, it was the first great act in a long play designed to do one thing: nullify the will of the voters. Instead of legislating, they've investigated. Instead of building, they attempted to bury. The list of attempts to sideline a duly elected president is exhaustive. The impeachment crusades, two separate fake impeachments fueled by partisan fervor, focusing on phone calls and political maneuvers rather than high crimes, all while the real issue facing American families, like inflation and infrastructure, were pushed to the back burner. And what about the legal warfare? We see it today in courtrooms across the country, from Manhattan to Fulton County. We are witnessing the lawfare era, the use of the legal system as a political weapon. Cases that would never have been brought against any other person or citizen are being fact-tracked to keep a candidate, Trump at the time, off the campaign trail and in a witness stand. While they focused on getting Trump, what was happening to our money? Well, our national debt ballooned past $37 trillion because of them. While you struggled with the cost of eggs and gas and rent, the printing presses in D.C. haven't stopped because of these Democrats. We are seeing a masterclass in fiscal irresponsibility, billions and trillions of dollars sent overseas with no oversight, while our own cities crumbled and our borders remained open under the Democrats' control. They claim to be the protectors of democracy, yet they seek to consolidate power through massive overspending, using our hard-earned tax dollars for pet projects and bloated bureaucracies. They only serve to increase their control and their bank accounts. They are creating a system where the elites get richer while the average American are told to tighten their belts. These are the facts. They are the right underneath of our noses. And these are the liberal lefties, and they can't see it. The reality is simple. Yeah, drawing. This isn't just about one man. Donald Trump is the target because he represents a threat to their status quo that has enriched a select few at the expense of many. He has shown a light in the backroom deals that these Democrats have made, the paid-to-play culture, the swamp, and in response, the swamp tried to drown him. They don't want to lead. They want to control. They don't want a movement that they can silence, and that is us. It's time to stop the cycle. It's time to demand that our representative focus on the American workers, American family, and the America's future, rather than their own political survival and bank accounts. We must choose a path that rejects the politics of personal destruction and return to the principles of physical sanity, national sovereignty, and the rule of law. And make sure it's applied equally to everyone, not just what the Democrats feel they can do, not just for those establishments who they dislike, right? The era of power grabs, manufactured crisis must end. Our country deserves better. We deserve the truth. Now, I talk about this today because of the fact I'm tired of seeing the left is holding American taxpayer citizens and their paychecks hostage for no other reason than gaining power and returning to money laundering operations that they left under the Biden regime. We see it every day, every hour, every minute that your eyes are open and you watch anything on TV, you turn the newspaper open, whatever it is. They must stop. They must be stopped coming this election. We must get out and prioritize American citizens over the Democrats' corruption at all cost. So I had to bring that out real quick, guys, before we got going, because it's so pathetic to watch these lying-ass Democrats paying for a No Kings protest when there is no kings in this country, never has been, never will be, we won't ever have it. Trump is not acting like a king. If he was acting like a king, nobody would be out there protesting. They wouldn't be doing a damn thing. But them dumb son of bitches want to sit out there and lie, and billions of dollars going to these people to go out there for not a clue of what they're talking about. And this is what we have to put up with every single day. And you'll notice throughout all these articles, this has the Democrats' hands written all over it. Every bit of blood that's spilled is on these Democrats. And that's what we're going to get into today with everything going on. So definitely bear with me, guys, because it's going to be crazy, me trying to get used to this. It's hard to get used to now, and I've got to look real everything over here, all over the place. What's going on, Sean? I see Sean over there. But I'm going to get rid of another computer so I don't have two mice to have to play with ever too. And I can't wait till you guys to see what I've done to the studio, but you can't see it through the backdrop, so it's staying there until we're done. But hey, guys, welcome to the show. Hope I didn't bore you with all that, but I had to get it out and get it off my chest because, yes, it's bad. The Democrats seem to have the same values, rules as Muslims, not much different. Exactly. It's all about them. If you don't like them, if you don't bend over to them, they're going to bury us. That's exactly what the Democrats do, and this is what the Muslims are trying to do. And that's just getting worse and worse through the day also. So we're going to have, I think, a little bit on that. I don't know. I'm so confused on what, and I keep looking up here because my monitors are huge now. So, and my camera's right here. So bear with me when if I'm not looking in here. So on Great Britain news right now, President of Mexico says government will take steps to protest latest ICE. Who gives a shit what Mexico does? Doesn't matter. Some bitch is going to be locked up. As simple as that. All right. Let me look over here. What do we got over here? We got Getter over there. Now, I'm probably going to get rid of my Rumble and spread out Getter so I can see Getter's words better. I'll get it all switched out, and we're going to put Getter and everything on a bigger screen so I can see everybody's comments and stuff. So for now, guys, we're going to get busy. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I got to switch over to mice here. First up, we got indicted Democrat Sheila McCormick, one step closer to expulsion. Thank God. Because the health ethics panel has found him guilty of 25 violations. This should be an easy go, but she definitely has to have Democrats' votes to kick her ass out. So we're going to see what happens with that coming up here soon. Let's see what happens here. I got to learn how to cut these off It's probably going to run slow because it's running on my one laptop, and it's small. It's small anyways. Trump signature. Oh, lefties and Democrats are freaking out over this. Trump's signature to be added to the U.S. currency starting in June, breaking a 165-year tradition. These Democrats and lefties are freaking the hell out over this because Trump's name's going to be on our money. Isn't that freaking awesome? That is freaking awesome. And I love anything that'll piss off the Democrats. I love it. I love it because they've been doing enough of pissing us off with their corruption and bullshit. So we're going to see what happens with that. Now, I told you in the opening monologue, if you heard me, Trump signs an executive order ensuring TSA workers are paid amid partial shutdown. They were paid today, and I did see. So we're going to keep going because we got a lot here. I mean, a lot. And my laptop runs slow. Hopefully it'll run faster as I cut down on things because I got like 20 things open on one laptop. And I did have some more stuff on it, but I can see part of Rumble right there. I don't need to see the video. But thanks. Uh-oh. I see Violent Vixen popped in there. And Cat K3 popped in there. Violent Vixen had a good show. They didn't know I was on there. I was watching her show, but I was setting up all this stuff in here, moving my camera back, my lights everywhere. And I didn't say hi to anybody until late. But Violent Vixen 29, guys, check her out. She had a great show on the night. Rebel Chick with a Cause. Check it out. You guys will love it. She puts on a lot of different stuff than me. Some stuff the same, but not a lot. She does her own thing, and she does a good job at it. So take a look at it, guys. You love it. Okay, keep going. Oh, yeah, this is good for us, too. A bondless detention is greenlighted. Appeals court is shocked because Trump is now, by the Fifth Circuit Court, upheld a Trump administration policy that denies bond hearings to many immigrants arrested inside the U.S., including some with no criminal records and long U.S. ties. That is, in fact, a good thing. The policy hinges on treating certain long residents, non-citizens, as applicants before admission, triggering a mandatory detention under federal immigration law. Now, all these people that have come in here, and if you've been in here, I'd say, 5 years, maybe 10, you should have already been a citizen. If not, you're illegal and you're get the hell out. As simple as that. It's as simple as that. Because I see people in here crying and whining about people been in here 20 years or so. You should have become a citizen in 20 years, not fed off the government, sitting on your ass. Like we have enough of those welfare recipients on here that want to be lazy son bitches, not get a job. We don't need foreigners coming in here doing the same damn thing. We need people coming in here that wants to be a productive citizen of our country. Not a leech, like the 90% of these people are leeches, and most of these liberals are leeches, but most of them are welfare bums that go out to these protests because they got a job. So it's as simple as that. But this is a good thing. Bondless thing. They can hold them without bond. Now nobody gets to walk unless you're an activist judge, which I did get a thing just now. And I want to read this to you real quick. This one came here a second ago. This Catherine Mendez, a Biden-appointed judge, just dismissed a DOJ lawsuit against Minnesota and ruled that public universities can continue offering scholarship and in-state tuition to illegal alien criminals. Oh, yes. Yes, that is some bullshit, right? Oh, yeah. This dumb bitch just sit there and sit there. Oh, I said, oh, my God, are you kidding me? Yes, I just got that in a text. And, yeah, that is a bunch of bullshit. But we got Americans out there that can't afford to go to college, but you're going to give money to more of our money to illegal criminals. What's up, Cecil? Isn't that a bunch of bullshit? Oh, yeah. I see something about Sanctuary City today, too. And I'm not sure if I'm getting into that or if that's tomorrow's. Like I said, guys, between still being a little fuzzy here and all this shit going on, man, I'm messed up. Yes, sir, boss. I'm fizzling. No shit, Pat, you should be. I got one thing that Pat, I hope we get to the videos. Pat sent me something that's gonna gonna wake you up. I don't think I got both of them. Yes, I did. I got both of them. All right. Pentagon is preparing for weeks of ground operations in Iran. Now, I believe this might be just a ploy against Iran. I'm not sure if they're actually going to do it, but the Marines are there. Thousands of Marines are there, have landed with the boat. So it's possible. I saw them going over some stuff in a video that I saw earlier. Doesn't mean they're actually going to go put on boots on the ground, but you got, of course, we got Iran response to reports that U.S. are weighing ground operations. And what do they say? We will never accept humiliation. Well, guess what? You've already been humiliated. You've been downed out. You've been done. So this comes from the Iranian parliament speaker, Mohammed blah, 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 issued the raghead, whatever. This is the fact that they've already been humiliated. They just keep running their mouths, thinking they're badass, and they've already been decimated. And it's going to be a point, and it was supposed to stop tonight. If they did not agree to certain conditions, at 8 o'clock tonight was the end, and they were supposed to bomb the living shit out of Karg Island and all kinds of stuff. So I have not watched any news yet today to see if they actually are doing it. But picture, why are we subsidizing terrorist training on our... Exactly, Rock. Charlie, love the backdrop. Well, thanks, Pat. Wait till you see the new one. It's awesome, guys. It's not one like this. It's my actual wall. Wait till you see it. It's going to be, it's off the chain. You guys are going to love it. I think you're going to love it. And I might be personal, But anyway, okay. Trump floats siege on Iran's stronghold as Tehran loosens grip on Strait of Hormuz. They have allowed 20 ships through with oil unimpeded. So as long as they keep doing that, Trump's allowing them to do stuff. But remember one thing. What do we say? When a Muslim's lying, they're talking, right? That's all you got. Their lips are moving. They're lying. So they can allow this. But when it comes to training terrorists and getting rid of their nuclear weapons and their uranium and stuff, they're going to lie. Okay, we've done it. We've said this for 20, 30 years, and they still continue to do it. Everything that they're saying is a lie no matter what. All right, what else we got here? And I did not read all these guys. I'm being honest with you because of the fact of setting all this stuff up. And yesterday, bad day for me yesterday. I mean, I tell you what, everything was fuzzy. And I went to the hearing, I went to the hearing on Saturday, and I wasn't feeling good anyway, but I had to go remember I told you for Al Butkin, and they were trying to get his name off the ballot. Well, I stayed there for 3 hours, and this idiot attorney that was questioning him, half the stuff I couldn't understand because of my head anyways, but half the stuff didn't have anything to do with his residency. This dude was blowing smoke up his ass so bad, and if I would have up there, I'd have told him to go fuck himself because he was a moron. And the bad part about it is when we were sitting behind the attorneys. The attorneys were up here, and the judge was way up there. And with my head fuzzy the way it was, I couldn't hardly hear the judge. A nice woman, I think. She even said right off the bat, people are allowed to move, and he did, and he's not in his. I know where his residence at. It's still in the district that he's allowed in, and they're trying to use that as an excuse to get him off the ballot. Typical Democrat playbook rules, and it's bullshit stuff. So, but we didn't get to hear no results on it yet. But I did go. I left 3 hours into it, and they didn't even. Al's attorneys didn't even talk yet. That moron was up there talking for 3 freaking hours, and I just got my blood sugar was bottoming out because I didn't eat or anything, and I had to go. So I'm keeping an ear out for that to see if we get any results back, but nothing as of yet. Let's see Mossad boots on the ground. Yeah, let's see that. All right, what do we got over here? I have one son and his wife lost a daughter over here. All right. We'll look at those later. Here we go. Trump ridiculed Schumer for accidentally demanding funding for ICE. Really? Yes. President Trump took advantage of a verbal flub by Democrat New York Senator Schumer, Mr. Chucky Boy, teasing him about ending a partial government shutdown. Democrats have held up funding for the Department of, we already know that stuff. Because Schumer called out Saturday on a speech on the Senate floor. Schumer called out for an end to the shutdown. We must fund ICE. We must fund TSA. Schumer said in a video clip of the speech, which Trump posted on Truth Motion. So if they want to fund it, why have they keep voting against it? Does that make a bit of sense to you? He's an idiot. This is not about funding them. It is about their power. Because right now, the only power is the vote that they have right now. That is all the power that they have. It's about illegals and getting them their power back. This is what it's all about. It's not about the American people because they are holding American paychecks hostage. People are losing, can't pay bills. They're going to lose their cars. They'll lose their houses because of these dumbass Democrats. And it's a fact that this is what this is about. And I watched something on Fox News today. They had an interview with a Democrat, and I don't remember if I got the video or not, but we'll find out if we get done enough time. But no, I did not, because this dumbass Democrat said, we're not holding anybody hostage. Yes, you are. You keep refusing to fund it because ICE is funded for, I think, 10 years under the bill that they already passed. So it's not about ICE because it's funded. So they're not stopping anything except they're holding Americans' paychecks hostage. So ICE is still going at their thing, but they're leaving this protection of our country open, and ICE is still funded. So these dumbass Democrats want you to believe something that's not true. So that's my point is going on here, and these liberals believe it. Trump called Shapiro a stiff. Shapiro is gone. I'm going to try to be nice right now, and I don't know why, because I'm never nice. Yeah, I'm nice. I just hate idiots like Shapiro and Cameron Bonalata and the lies and the playbook, Democrat playbook that they're running by. I hate people like that. I cannot stand it. So you go out there and you'll put these little snapshots and sound bites, right? Out there making it look like you're good. You're doing good. You go to these old people place. You go to a restaurant. Oh, yeah. Bullshit. You don't do that during any other time except during election time. Typical Democrat playbook. Can't stand it, and I'm pissed off about it. So, all right, wrong mouse again. We're going to change this tomorrow, guys. All right. Let's keep going. What time is it? Yeah. All right. Here it is. 500 groups with $3 billion in revenues are behind the No Kings protest, and communists call for a revolution. These idiots are standing out there protesting for no kings. We don't have no kings. Trump doesn't act like a king. No way in hell. Y'all know what a king does? King don't let you do shit. If he was king and acting like a king, there would not be one damn person out there protesting. Y'all ever go through, you can go through TikTok and all those and look at the UK, look at other countries. What they do to protesters, they beat the living shit out of them. And that's exactly what we should do. These people don't put up with it. Italy and there's some other ones that I saw that took this Muslim bitch, man, slammed them both. Oh yeah, because they were shoplifting, slammed them, almost slammed them. Yeah, hiding them under those whatever the hell you call those dresses. Oh yeah, Soros' assets should be seized. Exactly, Madeline. Soros and anyone caught funding these protests, all funds should be seized immediately. Revoke their citizenships, get them the hell out of here. That is treasonous as sin, and going against our government, that is treasonous sin. Get them the hell out of here. Exactly, Madeline. That's a fact. She said he should be seized, and deals should be made between Trump and Xi to extradite Singham. Singham is in trouble too, and I might have that on there. I'm not sure. To the U.S. Trump knows how to make deals. Yes, he does. That's a fact, Madeline. This is the stuff that's going on. They're saying they're not organized. There's no group. Where's the money going to then? Who's handling $3 billion for all these idiots to go out there for no reason? to destruction, to cause violence and everything. And who's doing it? Who's getting the money? You're not giving it to one person saying, yeah, spread this money around. Here, take $1 million. Spread it around. No, that ain't happening. It's organized, and they should investigate this shit and arrest whoever donated all this money. Get them the hell out of our country. We got a massive no kings protest, except this comes from the Watchdog report. And they say exactly what I just said. We have no kings. So the whole concept behind this no king shit is just bullshit. It's just like the George Floyd, hand up, don't shoot. Sorry, that didn't work, dudes. Hands were not up and nobody shot them. Yep, so the hands up, don't shoot doesn't work. Just like no kings, that doesn't work. You're idiots. You're out there doing shit that makes no sense whatsoever. Everything that I watched about this no kings was a joke. I'm telling you what. And this Senator Mazie Hirono is a Democrat, trolled for admitting Trump is not a king. Well, no shit, and has never been. And this is a Democrat just said this, but you're going to go out there and you're going to fund a no kings protest. Now, if you're in UK, okay, you got a king. So if you go up there and you do a no kings protest, you think it's going to change anything? No, you're going to have a king in the UK. It's as simple as that. It's always been that way. You will always probably have a king in the UK. It'll probably never change. Now, Los Angeles no king protest turns violent. Assaults on courthouse and arrests have been made. Now, will we see anybody being held in jail for it? I doubt it. It's California. Nobody stays in jail in California unless maybe, no, not even murderers, not even rapists, not even child molesters. They let them out on the streets too, because you got these two pathetic judges that think, oh, let's be soft on crime. They'll do better next time. So let's just let them out, right? That's what they believe. And look what happened. Crime has been through the roof because of these dumbass activist judges. Now, here's the one I was talking about, Singham. Who just brought that up right over here about Singham? Who brought that up? I think that was Madeline. Madeline brought that up. Madeline, here we go. Singham colludes with the CCP to rewrite history of World War II and to advance Xi Jinping, whatever his name is, New World Order. Hiromi has been hit in the head too many times. Yeah, I'm telling you what, by them coconuts, yeah, that's a good one right there, Madeline. But yes, Singham is helping the CCP rewrite history, and they are working on a new world order through the commies. So this is what we're going to be keeping an eye on too, guys. Here, let me flip. Hi, Helen. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Sean Lively was over there. State to state, what's happening? These people need removed from the country. They are like 5-year-olds that can't get their way, kicking and screaming. The whole court system is a mess. Absolutely, Timu. That's exactly right, State. These people are morons. Anyone and everyone that funds protest should be automatically lose their citizenship and get the hell out of here. They already did it to Soros once country. Why the hell do we do it? Why do we put up with it? Because we got a bunch of pansy-ass Republicans in here right now that doesn't do a damn thing. Now let's, wrong damn, I got to get this. I got to do two mics. My mice in here is not working for me. All right, what else we got? Oh yeah, Fetterman is furious after seeing a video the Democrats won't condemn showing Trump haters cheering U.S. troops returning in caskets. As soon as we get done with this, I'm going to show you the video. That video, Pat sent me this one too. For this one, I'm going to show it to you after we're done with the articles real quick. I got a few more up here we got to get through, but I will have enough time for the videos. So stick around for that. You guys are going to want to see this. Vance says Trump administration will investigate. You guys are going to love this one. Ilhan Omar Raghead herself over alleged immigration fraud. Yes, sirree, Bob. Vance says the Trump administration is actively exploring legal action against Omar over alleged immigration fraud, escalating a long-running political controversy into potential federal investigation. Let's get it done quick. Let's not wait a year. Let's not wait 2 years. Let's do weeks. and get this dumb rag top out of here. She's done. She married her brother, husband, Dick, whatever he is, and should not be in our. She's a freaking Muslim. She should not be in our government in the first place, along with the rest of those terrorist sympathizers in the squad. Get them out of here. But not only that, people should never forget that Ilham Omar's father was a top propaganda official in genocidal Somalian Bar regime. Then he changed his and her name and entered into this country illegal. So that makes her an illegal criminal in here. She should not even be in there just based off of that. She's come in here illegally. She's not a legal citizen. She's got to go. There should not even be a question. We shouldn't even have to be we shouldn't even have to be mentioning this at all. That's a fact. Brother fucker. Exactly, Fix. All right, let's see. And not only that, we got another piece of shit. Oh, yeah. AOC broke the law by using $19,000 in campaign fund for therapy. Yes, sir, Bob. Let's see if something's going to happen with this. AOC is facing formal complaint alleging she improperly used $19,000 in campaign fund for personal therapy services, raising potential legal and ethics concern. Get to the ethics part first. Get her out of the government right off the bat. Then worry about prosecuting her for violating campaign finance laws. As simple as that. Let's get it done. Get her the hell out of here. Because election law, health ethics rules by paying psychiatrists for what investigators to believe has been a personal use. What more do we need? Fix, I'm not going to repeat that, but Fix is going to be really excited if she gets kicked out. So I'm not going to exactly tell you what he said, but it's really, really good. So anyway, we got McDummy and the corrupt council in New York. They have locked ICE out of Rikers Island, and they are continuing with their safe space for illegal criminals in New York. Yes, they did. The city council override Mayor Adams' veto of a Safer Sanctuary Act on January 29, 2026, barring ICE from New York City jails permanently. You know, they don't. Do they understand they don't control feds? I don't think they do. But no evidence to support the claim of McDummy calling for ICE abolition. Oh, yes, it is. After a subway veteran killing, McDummy remains an state assembly member. And he shouldn't be. He's a freaking worthless mayor, and he shouldn't be in there at all. But yes, they are trying to run the feds, and they think they control what they do. They can control Rikers Island because New York owns Rikers Island. They cannot control ICE. Now, McDummy, another lie from a perfect Muslim jihadist piece of shit, lied to his voters, and now guess what? McDummy betrays his voters by backing away from affordable housing promise. Another lie that we've told you about for how many months now, that a Muslim talks, they are lying to you. And he's done this the whole time, and now it just gets even worse. And they're showing a picture of maggots right here. And I can understand that when you talk about Muslims, they are just no better than a maggot. Now we got fat ass Prickster in Chicago Chicago's demand blast. Democrats are blasting Prickster over blaming Trump for a murder by illegal, admits Biden and Harris is at fault. Oh, yeah. Remember when I told you guys that? They're all worried about Trump. That this is where the Trump derangement syndrome is keep going. Because these people can think of nothing but Trump. That is the problem. And I did get a list, I forgot to get it printed out, of a list of what the Democrats have done for this country in the past 5 years since the Biden regime. I can go back to 2016. But what they have done, shit, I don't have a small enough piece of paper. But what they have done for this country, I could probably fit on one of my glass lenses. Nothing. They have done nothing for this country. They have done overspending of our tax dollars. Inflation went through the roof. I had a whole list of them. The prices went through the roof. Everything on these Democrats. What have they done? They persecuted Trump. They have searched for stuff to get Trump on. This is what the Democrats have done since Trump came down those golden escalators in 2015 to run for president in 2016. So that's what I meant, 2016, sorry. They have done nothing else but their lies, their corruption, their money laundering operations, and everything. This is what they've done since 2016, since Trump got in here. This is all they've been worried about. They have not done anything for the people of this country except bury us in debt. It's as simple as that. Now we got, guess what? Here, you got to expect this. This comes out of Vermont. But the youngest governor candidate is coming out of Vermont this year. And guess how old he is? He is 14 years old. Under Vermont law, he can, because they only require you to be a citizen of Vermont for, I think, 4 years. But a 14-year-old is set to become the youngest gubernatorial candidate, I said it wrong, on Vermont after funding his own political party. Founding, I'm sorry. But yes, he founded, where is it at? According to the campaign website, Dean Roy is born and raised a Vermontian. Under Vermont's constitution, a governor candidate must have been a resident for his state for 4 years before the day of election, with no minimum age requirement technically. There is also, they suggest a 4-year-old could submit a bid for governor. Now, this Stowe high school freshman who previously worked as a legislative page in the Vermont State House, funded his own centrist political party to appear on November ballot. I'm not lying to you guys. You can't make this stuff up. Yes, 14 years old. And he's centrist. Never heard of it. But I like crazy this kid. I don't know if he's smart or not. They really don't talk about him too much. But this is what, keep an eye on this guy. We will keep an eye on this kid and see what happens. But at 14, you're not even allowed to have a job. So how can you get it? How can you work as a governor when you're not even allowed to have a job at 14 years old? No. But guess what? I found out too, that who is supplying Iran with missiles? None other than North Korea. Yes, sir, Bob. They have been supplying Iran prior to this since 2000. I can't remember now. I can't remember the article. But yes, they've been doing it for years. And they have been giving them rockets like that one that reached like 2,500 miles. Oh, yes. Now, North Korea is conducting an engine test on missile capable of targeting us. Yes. They showed it the other day. Yesterday, I think it was. 29th? Yeah, today's the 30th. Yes, that could target our country. So, guys, they've been doing this for a while now. So, the last thing, what do I got? And we already went over that one, so let's shut that off. All right, we get that one shut off, guys. Now, we're going to switch over to the other thing here, and we're going to get into some videos here. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. The CCP. Oh, yeah, they are too. Radical right. China is also feeding them with missiles and stuff like that, too. Radical right showed me that. I got to get these back over here, bigger screen, so I can see better. So I hook up other monitor up to my computer. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Hopefully tomorrow's better, and I got a better access in my articles will be up in here somewhere, and everybody else will be over here. So let's get over here. The first one I want to show you. This is the people applauding in Philadelphia for every U.S. soldier to come back in caskets. These people need crucified. When you are like that, if you want to cheer this, you should be automatically take a one-way ticket and get the hell out of our country. You should not be here. Take a look.
Until we have done everything in our power to bring the United States to its knees, let us not lose sight of the enemy. For every U.S. military base that crumbles, and for every U.S. soldier who returns home in a casket, we cheer! Hamas, Hezbollah, Ansar Allah, all of the resistance forces we celebrate. These popular voices on the ground spend every waking moment in direct confrontation with Zionism, and they rely on a strong Iranian state to maintain their fighting capacity.
Do you hate America? May a Hamas rocket blow up your family's home.
You see what I'm talking about? I'm going to stretch this out so I can see a little bit better. They're applauding over this. Are you freaking kidding me? You're going to applaud over our people. Thank you for this, Pat. That was a good one. Applaud over our soldiers coming back in caskets, you pathetic, worthless slugs. That pisses me off to no end. This is another one about injecting our skies. Remember, we've talked about this, of what they're injecting. I'm going to show you part of this one. What time is it again? Yeah, I got time. I want to show you part of this. One's like 5 minutes, but I want you to hear exactly what some of these are saying about what is going on in our skies with those chemtrails and stuff. Take a listen.
So joining us now for more is one of the first people to ever blow the whistle on what she says is absolutely happening, and that our own government has been involved for decades, spraying chemicals into the air with no regard for the people those chemicals could be hurting. I want to welcome in former U.S. Air Force environmental specialist and geoengineering whistleblower, Kristen Megan. It's great to have you back, Kristen. Appreciate you being here. So you've been talking about this issue for years now. Can you take us through what you say is absolutely happening?
Yeah, thanks for having me back. This is absolutely happening, and it's basically now openly admitted, even though you're getting kind of pushback from the EPA, but I don't think it's intentional. What I discovered around starting in 2007, I was working in bioenvironmental engineering in the Air Force. And like I had mentioned previously, I tried to debunk this. And in the attempt to debunk it, I realized, as somebody who was approving forms called Air Force Form 3952s, I had to reject these toxicants on formerly known as an MSDS, now an SDS, because they're the very same toxicants we were trying to engineer out of the workplace. So why would we be procuring more? So lots of soil sampling, air sampling. Once I got threatened, I knew I'd found something, and it's very much happening. In fact, when I finished my master's around 2015, it was in one of my environmental textbooks that they were doing it. So it's a shock to me that people still think it's not happening. Yes, yeah. I sold the book, but I wish I still had it.
And we can all see it if you look up, and it just doesn't make sense, that it's coming from like a Delta flight flying overhead. So your role in the Air Force, if I'm understanding it correctly, was basically to approve these flights long before takeoff, and eventually you just said, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, you see, right there is a fact right there. And Pat straightened me out. She didn't send that first one. It must have been some Gabby girl. I get so many, I got to get them screwed up, and I had to edit the video, and I screwed that one up. Sorry, Pat, but she did send this one that I just showed you about the skies and stuff, and it goes on for, like I said, 5 minutes. And the fact, guys, you got proof right there. There's shit coming down onto us that we don't want to touch us. Is a fact right there. Now, this one does come from Gabby Girl, too. And this says, suicidal empathy will destroy this country. This is what people don't understand, is the Muslims have been doing this, taking over everything for years. And years that probably before I was even born. So, but most of us before. But take a look, and this will prove me right.
They never thought it would happen to them. Wake up, America. It started the same way. It will never spread, they said. Yet here they are. Learn from the past 50 years and don't let hindsight be 2020. By then, it'll be too late.
It's a fact, guys. Gotta watch our asses because it happened to them. They never thought it was going to happen to them. And this is what we've got to stop before it happens to us. It's out of control just from what we've been seeing on our own. And it's got to stop. We need to stop it no matter what. They stole the idea from Project Popeye in the late 60s. Think about this. They are voting for the party who will kill us. Exactly. And pedophiles. Yes. This is why I was bringing up about the Democrats and what they've done and what they've not done for this country. And all they've done was their TDS has gotten so bad. This is all they've been focusing on. Their money, how they can keep their money running and get the pedophiles. When you let pedophiles run around, what happened to indecent exposure? And Madeline brought up something, disturbing the peace. None of that stuff's a crime anymore under the Democrats' rule, unless you're a Republican. Because you can let pedophiles run down the street naked and during a gay rights parade, whatever the hell they do. That's not being gay. That's being perverted. That's a pedophile right there. We've talked about it before. I've went off on this stuff before. And that is what it is. It is pedophilia at its best when you're doing that crap. That's not gay. You're gay. You're gay. Whatever. That's on you. But it's the point of this money laundering operation stuff is got to stop. This pedophilia has got to stop. This soft on crime's got to stop. The Muslim bullshit takeovers got to stop. That has got to be the top of everybody's list. This stuff's got to stop, no matter what. But how do you sleep at night knowing you're voting for a pedophile? I don't know, Kat. Isn't that a fact right there? How can you sleep knowing that you like pedophiles? When you put Joe Biden in there with a fact that he was, and it showed it for a fact that he is sniffing kids, that is a sign of a pedophile. You sniff kids right on TV. It's not a lie. It's not nothing. Nobody's making shit up. It's a fact. We all saw it time and time and time again. It's just disgusting. And you let these people, these pedophiles run around. You give them softer sentences. I just saw where an illegal migrant was not the one I talked about the other day on Thursday, but there was another one, a pedophile that they let out. And then I saw where a father said a judge just let off a guy with 120 hours community service for killing his kid in a car accident. 120 hours community service. The guy got pissed and threw a chair at the judge. Well, how would you react if your dead child, the murderer, just got off with 120 hours of community service? How would you like that part? I don't think you'd like it at all, would you? No. We have to deal with the cause of the problems and not just the results. We have to deal with it ourselves. We got to deal with it because nobody else is doing anything. And that is the problem. Was it 10-year-old? Okay. Yeah, he showered with his daughter. Thank you for that, Kat. I forgot about that. He showered with, and his daughter admitted to it. So don't sit there and say this is bullshit. She admitted to it. They have her on record admitting to it. Maybe I shouldn't have done it. Maybe you shouldn't have done it. Holy shit. And these people want to sit there and call Trump a pedophile. No proof. Nobody can ever come up with when was he said he was a pedophile? When did he do anything on TV like Joe Biden did to show you he was a pedophile? When did he ever talk about it? When did he go to court about it? None of you dumbass liberals could actually ever answer that. That is the reason why I was bringing all this up, guys, because every day this is what we see. What's good for the goose is not good for the gander, according to these Democrats. And we see it every day. When they're blaming us for something, what do we say? They've already done it, or they're doing it right in front of your face. It's as simple as that. No doubt about it. Right, guys? All right, guys. Maybe tomorrow I'll be a little more organized and get things set up a little bit better. But I got a doctor's appointment in the morning, so we'll see what happened. Research who started all the pedophile shit, and the answer is clear. That's for fact, Fix. There's no doubt there. Joe Pedo was with the babysitter underage. Oh, that's right there too. That I forgot about that, Radical Right. Thank you for that one. He was with the babysitter, an underage babysitter. Any more I'm forgetting about, guys? I mean, there's so much that's been done, and these pieces of shit liberals want to sit there and try to blame Trump. This is exactly what I'm talking about. they blame us for something, it's because they've already done it and they're trying to cover up. That's all these people do. Worthless fucking Democrats and these idiot liberals, that's what you get. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll get better again after I get things situated here a little bit more. And once I get back from the doctors, I'll try to get things set up and we'll see what happens with that. So, guys, with that being said, I'm going to leave you with this. Folks, we've covered a lot of ground tonight, and I want to leave you with this. The headlines, they're trying to bury us in chaos. But remember that the academics is finally, the academy is finally knocking on the door. Whether it's corrupt politicians facing 50 years for stealing your tax dollars, to a president using his pen to make sure that the hardworking men and women of the TSA aren't being used as political pawns as Trump did to get them paid. The tide is turning. We are on day 30 of a global conflict that changes by the minute. But as long as we stay informed and stay vocal, we are never powerless. I cannot thank you guys enough for spending your Monday night here with me. Thank you to the incredible people and your incredible energy in chat tonight. You guys make this show what it is. And again, thank you, everyone, for the well wishes. I'm feeling stronger already. I'll be back at 100% before you know it. But we've got a massive week ahead of us, guys, and I'm just getting warmed up. So rest up, stay sharp, keep the faith. I'll see you right back here tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after the Rebel Chicks with a Cause. That starts at 7 p.m., guys. So, what do we got here? Time for another huge edition. Oh, yeah, tomorrow night. Come join us for another huge edition to the Conservative Viewpoint. So until then, have a great night. God bless America, and have a great night, everyone. See you tomorrow night. I'm really messed up here.